From the quiet corners of forests to colorful flower gardens glowing under the morning sun, one tiny creature has captured human imagination for centuries. Delicate, weightless, and almost magical in appearance, butterflies are far more than just beautiful insects. They are travelers, survivors, pollinators, and living symbols of transformation. But behind those colorful wings lies a fascinating life story filled with danger, struggle, and extraordinary change. Today, we're diving deep into the hidden world of butterflies, exploring their incredible life cycle, unique behaviors, survival strategies, and the surprising secrets that make them some of the most remarkable creatures on Earth. So relax and let's begin our journey into the life of butterflies. Butterflies belong to a large group of insects known as Lepidoptera, a name that means scaled wings, and if you look closely at a butterfly's wings, you'll understand why. Those vibrant colors aren't painted on like tiny artworks. Instead, they come from thousands of microscopic scales layered across the wings like shingles on a roof. There are more than 17,000 known species of butterflies across the world, living on nearly every continent except Antarctica. Some are tiny enough to sit comfortably on your fingertip, while others spread their wings wider than a human hand. Among the most famous is the monarch butterfly, known for its incredible migration across North America. Another stunning species is the blue morpho of South America, whose glowing blue wings flash like mirrors in the rainforest sunlight. Then there's the glasswing butterfly, whose transparent wings make it look almost invisible in flight. Each species has evolved in its own unique way, adapting to forests, deserts, mountains, grasslands, and tropical jungles. But no matter where they live, all butterflies share one extraordinary thing in common: they begin life in a completely different form. The life of a butterfly starts with a single tiny egg. A female butterfly carefully chooses where to lay her eggs, often selecting specific plants that will later feed her young. Some butterflies are incredibly picky about this. A monarch butterfly, for example, almost always lays its eggs on milkweed plants because monarch caterpillars rely on milkweed for survival. The eggs themselves are incredibly small, sometimes no larger than the head of a pin, yet inside each one, an amazing transformation is already beginning. After a few days or weeks, depending on the species and climate, the egg hatches, and out comes a caterpillar. Now, caterpillars may not look anything like butterflies, but they represent one of the most important stages of butterfly life. This stage is all about one thing: eating. Caterpillars are basically tiny eating machines. Their mission is simple: consume as much food as possible and grow quickly. They chew through leaves non-stop, storing energy for the dramatic transformation ahead. Some caterpillars grow hundreds of times larger than when they first hatch. Because their outer skin cannot stretch forever, they shed it multiple times in a process called molting. And while many caterpillars appear harmless, nature has equipped them with clever defenses. Some are covered in sharp hairs or toxic chemicals. Others use camouflage to blend perfectly into leaves or tree bark. A few even mimic bird droppings to avoid hungry predators. Every day is a battle for survival. Birds, spiders, reptiles, and even other insects hunt caterpillars constantly. Only a small percentage survive long enough to reach the next stage of life. But when the time finally comes, the caterpillar finds a safe place and prepares for one of nature's greatest miracles. The caterpillar forms a chrysalis. At first glance, the chrysalis may look lifeless, but inside something extraordinary is happening. The caterpillar's body begins breaking down and reorganizing itself in a process called metamorphosis. Tissues dissolve, new structures form, wings develop, legs reshape, antennae appear. It's not simply a caterpillar growing wings, it's a complete biological transformation. For days or weeks, depending on the species, the butterfly develops silently inside its protective shell. Then finally, the chrysalis begins to crack. A butterfly slowly emerges. At first, its wings are soft, crumpled, and wet. The butterfly hangs quietly, pumping fluid into the wings to expand them fully. Gradually, the wings harden and dry under the warmth of the sun. And then, for the first time in its life, it flies. Butterflies may seem fragile, but flying is one of their greatest survival tools. Their wings are lightweight yet surprisingly strong. Many species can maneuver quickly through forests and gardens, escaping predators with sudden zigzag movements. Some butterflies glide gracefully, while others flap rapidly in short bursts. And a few species achieve truly astonishing journeys. The monarch butterfly performs one of the longest insect migrations on Earth, traveling thousands of kilometers between Canada, the United States, and Mexico. What makes this even more incredible is that no single butterfly completes the full journey alone. Multiple generations continue the migration year after year, somehow following ancient routes they have never seen before. Scientists are still studying exactly how butterflies navigate so accurately. They appear to use sunlight, Earth's magnetic field, and internal biological clocks to guide their travels. For creatures so small and delicate, their endurance is remarkable. Butterflies spend much of their adult lives searching for food. Unlike caterpillars, which chew leaves, butterflies drink liquid food using a long tube-like tongue called a proboscis. When not in use, this flexible tube coils beneath the head like a tiny spring. Most butterflies feed on flower nectar, making them important pollinators. As they move from flower to flower, pollen sticks to their bodies and spreads between plants, helping ecosystems thrive. But nectar isn't their only food source. Some butterflies drink tree sap, fruit juice, or even minerals from mud puddles. Certain species gather salts and nutrients from damp soil in a behavior called puddling. Male butterflies especially benefit from these minerals, which can improve reproductive success. It may not look glamorous, but even muddy puddles can become valuable survival resources in the butterfly world. Of course, beauty attracts attention, and butterflies face many predators. Birds are among their biggest threats, but spiders, frogs, lizards, and dragonflies also hunt them. To survive, butterflies rely on some truly incredible defense mechanisms. Camouflage is one of the most common. Some butterflies close their wings and instantly disappear against tree bark or dead leaves. Others have patterns resembling giant eyes, startling predators long enough to escape. Then there's mimicry. Certain harmless butterflies imitate toxic species to fool predators into avoiding them. If a bird has one bad experience eating a poisonous butterfly, it may avoid anything with similar colors in the future. Bright orange, yellow, black, and red warning patterns often signal danger in nature, and in some species, the danger is very real. Monarch butterflies absorb toxins from milkweed plants during their caterpillar stage, making them unpleasant or even poisonous to predators later in life. Nature has turned them into living warning signs. Butterflies also play an important role in ecosystems around the world. As pollinators, they help many wild plants reproduce. They are also part of the food chain, providing food for birds and other animals. Their presence can even reveal the health of an environment. Because butterflies are sensitive to pollution, climate change, and habitat destruction, scientists often study butterfly populations to measure ecosystem health. When butterfly numbers decline, it can signal deeper environmental problems. Unfortunately, many butterfly species today face serious challenges. Urban expansion destroys natural habitats. Pesticides reduce food sources and poison insects directly. Climate change disrupts migration patterns and flowering seasons. Even small changes in temperature or rainfall can affect butterfly survival. Around the world, conservation groups are working to protect butterfly habitats by planting native flowers, preserving forests, and reducing harmful chemicals. And surprisingly, ordinary people can help too. A small garden filled with native plants and flowers can become a safe haven for butterflies, offering food and shelter in an increasingly crowded world. Butterflies have fascinated humans for thousands of years. In many cultures, they symbolize transformation, hope, rebirth, and freedom. Ancient civilizations often connected butterflies to the soul because of their dramatic metamorphosis from crawling caterpillar to flying adult. Artists, poets, and storytellers have long used butterflies as symbols of change and beauty. And honestly, it's easy to understand why. Watching a butterfly drift through sunlight feels peaceful in a way that's difficult to explain. There's something almost dreamlike about their movement, silent, gentle, and temporary. Because despite all their beauty, most butterflies live surprisingly short lives. Some survive only a few weeks as adults. Their time is brief, focused mainly on feeding, mating, and laying the next generation of eggs. But during that short life, they leave an enormous impact on the world around them. One of the most fascinating things about butterflies is how different each species can be. In tropical rainforests, giant bird-wing butterflies glide through humid air like living paintings. In deserts, hardy butterflies survive scorching heat by staying active only during cooler hours. In colder mountain regions, some species hibernate through winter, hiding beneath bark or leaves until spring returns. There are even butterflies that communicate using ultraviolet colors invisible to human eyes. To us, they may appear simple and delicate, but in reality, butterflies are highly specialized survivors shaped by millions of years of evolution. Every pattern, movement, color, and behavior serves a purpose. And perhaps that's what makes butterflies so inspiring. Their lives remind us that transformation takes time. A crawling caterpillar hidden inside a chrysalis eventually becomes something capable of flight. The process is slow, vulnerable, and filled with uncertainty, yet the result is extraordinary. Nature repeats this miracle millions of times every single year, quietly, without applause, without anyone noticing. And maybe that's the true magic of butterflies, not just their colors or graceful wings, but the story they carry, a story of survival, patience, adaptation, and change. So the next time you see a butterfly resting on a flower or dancing through the air, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey behind those fragile wings. From a tiny egg to a hungry caterpillar, from a silent chrysalis to a creature of flight, the butterfly's life is one of the greatest transformations in the natural world. Small enough to fit in your hand, yet powerful enough to inspire entire cultures, butterflies remind us that even the most delicate creatures can leave a lasting mark on the world. And somewhere, right now, another tiny butterfly is beginning its journey, waiting for the perfect moment to spread its wings and fly. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the life of butterflies, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with fellow nature lovers. And until next time, keep exploring the wonders of the natural world.